Bienvenidos, mi gente. Today a special episodio indeed. He's been called the Pope of Trash, but for several generations he's remained the only man who can make bad taste stand as high art. As he nears his 80th birthday, the divine John Waters refuses to head for a rocking chair. Instead, he's going to rock the Cal State LA Luckman Fine Arts Complex on April 14th with his one-man show, Going to Extremes. For today's episode of Suddenly Jorge, I had the chance to enjoy a rollicking phone call with the legendary filmmaker and author to offer this preview of his radical comedy crusade. Prepare for a Waters event that is as sharp and as triggering as ever. He's not here to lecture, he's here to deliver a sermon to the converted and faithful. Find out why he thinks humor remains the ultimate form of rebellion, why he believes the radical middle is the newest extreme, and discover a few more revelations that just might make you say, Qué Diablos. Enjoy la charla. You'll be appearing on April 14th at the Luckman.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm working my 80th birthday to death.
I think there are definite similarities between the community of Cal State LA, where we're located, in El Sereno, and East Los Angeles, and Baltimore.
Well, let me tell you, my audience, I could be in Paris, I can be in Idaho, I can be anywhere, and they're all the same. They're smart, they get dressed up for me, they are funny, and they have a sense of humor about themselves, and they're all ages and sexuality, and they don't even fit in with their own minority.
So a week before your actual 80th birthday, correct? The show itself?
Yes, well, I have 8 birthday shows of I don't remember. My birthday is actually April 22nd.
So we're about not 8 days before the momentous occasion.
Well, it's all part of it. It's all the same. I've been telling people all year, you know how you're 12, you say to people, I'm going on 13. So I tell everybody, I'm going on 80. And then I decided I'd just start telling people I'm 84, and they say, you look good.
Let me just start with this. Do you care about words like legacy or nostalgia at this point?
Well, no, I mean, legacy is very nice. I already got more than I'd ever expected in my life. After the Academy Awards Museum show, what more is there? It's not going to get any better, right? Um, I think legacy is a sort of a word that people might use. It would say the word journey, a word that I hate more than any single word in the world. And humbled is my second most hated word. But legacy, it depends on how they use it. I would never say that word, but I'm flattered if people say that about me. And what was the other word?
Nostalgia. But for some people,
I'm proud of the past, but I live for the future. I can't stand people my age that say we had more fun in the 60s. No, we didn't. They're having just as much fun now being non-binary and scaring gay people.
Given your gallery of obsessions and characters that you devised, and unleashed over the decades, can you take credit for the advent of reality television stars and today's influencer culture?
Because I feel like absolutely not. I hate reality television. I've never watched one reality show in my life. My people were not really those people. They were scripts I wrote. We didn't live in a trailer. We didn't eat dog shit. No, I'm the opposite of reality TV. Every single word was scripted.
But given the broad parameters of people wanting to be noticed and to be shocking.
Yeah, I don't watch. That's the one genre I've never seen a reality show in my life. I know people that work on crews of them, and they're not even real either.
Artificial reality for the world of artificial intelligence.
No, my films are the opposite of reality. Mine are completely fictitious, made up screenplays about a world that it only exists in my mind. That's the opposite of reality.
Now, reading the description of your upcoming show, Going to Extremes, I honestly felt triggered because I wanted to delve a little more into this radical comedy crusade you're going to bring to our fair campus.
I hope to trigger you. Now Republicans use that word. It used to be liberals. Now they're triggered.
I love this idea that your new show is a sermon, begging the authorities to drop a net on you and your audience. So in this age of hypersensitivity, what is the one extreme that you're most afraid of?
I'm not afraid of extremes. Is humor impaired on the left or right? I'm in the radical middle for the first time in my life. And humor is politics, humor is terrorism, humor is how you win a battle, and humor is how you change people's mind. People come to my show to be triggered, but in a good way, because I make fun of the rules that I and my audience live by, not our parents. And our world now has more rules than my parents did.
But is there any net that you're afraid of now at all?
And I still think it's a free country. I make jokes about, you know why I get away with it? No one ever. I make fun of myself first.
Now you
And I think that's very, very important. I'm not lecturing anybody. I'm giving a sermon, but it's to the converted, and I'm basically asking you to go more extreme, to use humor to change people's mind. I'm not asking you to be a separatist. I'm not asking you to say gay is better than straight or any politics, but go beyond that, and then we can change things altogether.
I love this idea of pro-punk conversion therapy.
Well, I'm for that. I'm for kidnapping, like what's his name used to do? Ted Patrick. He used to kidnap Moonies and then deprogram them, and then their parents would hire him. Well, I want to do that to people that I know that are now Fox crazy people that used to be liberals. Let's deprogram them. Take him, Ted Patrick. We need a new version of it that kidnaps Fox junkies and deprograms them.
What would be one of the cures you would devise to help those who were terminal of too normal?
Well, to show them that all the Fox women in the Republican Party are female impersonators.
Now you need to explain that one a little bit more to me because I love
Look
that
at
crazy.
them. They're in drag. They all look exactly the same, like an adult star in Los Angeles.
You're encouraging audiences to place phony, incendiary book titles in libraries. So,
Yeah, that's great. But like
what if
abortion tips for Catholics, uh, wiping issues, you're not alone. Just put fake covers like that in libraries that have been taking out censoring books and hide them on there just to make people go crazy.
is there another title that you're most proud of that you'd love to put in? And it is Holy Week, so
Or how about do-it-yourself sexual surgery for children? Just to see some book banner find that book, it would make me laugh so hard because they'd have a heart attack. It would be like Candid Camera. They ought to do a new version of that.
So you're also calling for rock and roll refugees and illegal space aliens to climb over the wall. Now, I say careful with that phrasing in a place like Cal LA because, we take those things very seriously.
Well,
But
I'd say further. I say climb over the wall and have sex with the Border Patrol. I go way further than the extremes of the press release, believe me. That's just a titillation, and I use that word with no double entendres.
So that said, what does the other side look like in 2026? Is it still a trailer
What,
park?
the underside? The other side of what? Midnight?
Of, oh, God, I love Mr. Sheldon. What is on the other side at this point? And I think, can't we be shocked anymore?
Of course there can, but it's all bad. I'm shocked every day. I'm shocked by Melania's Christmas decoration. I've never gotten over them. I walk around with open mouth horror, looking or even thinking about them. But that's not funny. I went to a No Kings March the other day. I don't know if you saw the picture of me with my sign. It got really a lot of coverage. It just said Trump ruined bad taste. And he did.
Does that sadden you to some degree?
Yes, of course. Bad taste is over because of Trump.
Oh, God, I never thought I'd ever hear that.
The glorification of it, he ruined.
Do you think it'll come back like anything else in this war that gave us joy?
Everything comes back in a different version, a different extreme, a different way to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like camp became trash, became filth, became, it's all the same thing. It's underground humor that scares people.
It feels like cultural appropriation at this point to me.
Well, appropriation's a whole different thing. I talk about that in my show. Appropriation is stealing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fancy legal word for it.
You have this roll call of fans from Diesels with Measles and Butch Twinks. All of them were represented in the community and more. How do you think the John Waters fan has evolved since Pink Flamingos? Do you think it's harder to shock today's modernistas versus the culturistas?
My trying to shock has never been my goal. My goal is to make people laugh at their ability to be shocked. That's
Mhm.
completely different. It's easy to shock people, but it's not funny. It's not witty. It doesn't change anything.
Was that always the intent from day one, or no? Was there something a little more
Yes.
profound for you? Was there a profundity that you were trying to express
Trying
when
to
you
make
were?
you laugh at things that you are uncomfortable about laughing with, and then you maybe look at it in a different way. I'm all good humor takes you to some kind of edge that you're a little uncomfortable with.
Mhm.
Heard of a feel good joke?
Well, then we wouldn't have Bob Hope. Bob Hope did
He
an
wasn't that
entire.
feel good either, really.
Actually, I think he was kind of performative myself. Now that I think about
Maybe
it,
Bob Newhart was a feel good comedian.
I would have to agree with that. Now, you say that we should fight back with a limp wrist fist.
Yeah.
How can
Let's
satire?
admit everything they're uptight about. Yes, we recruit people. There's a young one. Get them. Suck out their blood, and maybe we can use it if Iggy Pop goes on life support.
Do you think we're
That's a
reaching?
line from the show. I just gave away information in my show.
And people, I hope you're taking notes. I hope people are writing this down because I want them to support.
No, I hope they're not, because then they've heard the joke. I won't give you any more.
But can satire endure while we remain in this current state of hypersensitivity?
It has to, of course. But yes, it can. Yes, it's, every day there's satire. Look online. Look on Instagram. There's thousands of ludicrous things that they do to protest and make satire and make the enemy look stupid. Yes,
But I worry that because we're kind of like at this low point of critical thinking that people can't tell the difference anymore.
I've learned not to go for clickbait.
You think you can survive in an artificial intelligent world now because now we can't even tell the difference between that either. It's like people invent shit to the point where it's.
Here's what I feel about that. Yes, I'm going to survive. Maybe AI will discover the cure of cancer. I'm not joking.
You're not. I know you're not. That's the part that makes it fascinating.
So I don't care about anything else. If it makes me live with AI, I'm all for it.
Now, so your style remains without compare, and you're promising to be dressed to thrill for that evening. In a world of fast fashion and sweatpants, is dressing well the ultimate act of rebellion?
Well, that's the only thing Trump was right about to bitch about how people dress on planes. It enrages me. I have a little card that says nice outfit. I've only handed it to one person because they punch you. But the slobism that I see on airplanes, and I'm on an airplane often every day, is contemptible.
If going to extremes is the goal, then what's the one thing you haven't done yet because it's even too extreme for you?
Not that I haven't done anything too extreme. There's things I haven't done that I want to do with writing still. There's no extreme like act. I want no sex act. I'm not. I'm trying to think. I'm not rushing to think of some sex act I've never done at 80. No,
You're
I would have done that a long time ago.
you're traveling the country. You're bringing this message from the mount to all of your adoring fans and worshipers. And I'm curious,
Well,
you
you
know,
said that. I wouldn't call them that. But go ahead.
but I'm curious. We saw Francis Ford Coppola bring an entire life's work to the screen with Megalopolis. It was meant to be this magnum opus of all that he needed to say at this point in his life with that film. And I'm curious, is that something that you want to do still? Do you want to kind
I
of
still
do
want to
that?
make movies, but I'm not selling my houses to do it. I'll tell you that much.
So is it fair to say that there is still
I'm
one
not
more
ever
in you?
using my own money to make a movie. You never should. I never have. And many of the people that were friends I borrowed money from all got it back. The studios didn't all, but by now, most of them did.
Can the John Waters film survive this new era of filmmaking?
Well, they already have. More people know my films now than they ever did. My audience is half people that weren't even born when I made my last movie, much less the first one.
Mm. So can we expect something soon, hopefully?
No, a movie? No. I was going to make Liarmouth. It fell through. I was going to make uh, Fruitcake, which is my children's Christmas animation movie. That fell through. But you're going to expect something. I've got more jobs than I've ever had in my life. You're going to expect books. You're going to another. I did 59 shows on the road last year.
I think we deserve at least one incredible piece of advice for longevity because, sir, you really are a testament to so many wonderful things
that give joy. And I think right now we all need a strategy for joy in a very complicated world.
Well, everything is too long except life. So whatever you do artistically, cut it just a little bit shorter.
Thanks for making us laugh, Mr. Waters. It's been a real
All right.
privilege speaking with you. I can't wait to see you on the 14th at the Luckman.
All right, I'll see you then. Thank you.
Have a good day.
And thanks for watching Mi Gente. Get your tickets for John Waters Going to Extremes at the Luckman box office on campus or via Ticketmaster now. And subscribe to Suddenly Jorge and Diablos Media for more campus-related content y más. Hasta pronto.